Welcome back to another vlog, guys. My name's Daniel and we're heading to this drift event.
Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all again.
So guys, welcome back to the channel as I said before. So the first video I'm going to show is my first drive of the car. It was raining, a little bit wet, and it was actually good because I could actually give it a shakedown, feel how the steering is going to react and all that, because this is a brand new built car. I've never drifted this car in my life. I literally just drove this car from the guy's house to my place, and it's just been getting repaired and stuff, apart from those test runs that I've did, but I haven't drifted it before, so this is my first time. So let's go to the first video. So as you can see, this was a very modest run, and you know, just before that big sweeping right hand corner, you see I've straightened up the car. It was because what I was finding was the car's really twitchy. It's not a bad thing. I just thought, you know, being a XR6 turbo, a big boaty car like an R33, that it wasn't going to handle that well. But I'm so impressed with the HSD coilovers and the AU House lock kit. And all the bushes in the front end. It's just made this car handle like an S13. People may disagree with me, but honestly, Luke Fink said it and I didn't believe him. I finished this car, drove it, and I can't believe how twitchy this car is. For a big car, it's so twitchy, and I'm very impressed with it. So I'll show you the next couple of videos where I start to get used to the car and be able to send it a little bit more. As you can see, I was very light on the throttle. I was barely revving it, just taking the car easy, making sure that everything was working okay. You know, I've just had this car tuned. I've just built the motor. This is the first shakedown, so I didn't want to go too hard at the start. So let's go to the next videos. As you can see from those videos, I'm still getting used to the car. I've slid out a couple of times. My lines aren't the best, but we're getting there. I also have been having problems with the handbrake. It's not locking up all the time. You know, like a standard Ford handbrake, it's done 270,000 Ks this car. So, you know, the pads are worn out and all that. So I wasn't expecting too much of this car in regards to the handbrake. As you guys know, I'm putting in a hydro, so that'll be in a later video. But in this next video, we get to hear the sound of the car. I finally opened it up and hit limiter. This car sounds amazing. I reckon it's one of the best sounding xr6 turbos I've ever heard, and probably that you guys will ever hear. I have plans to make it sound a little bit better, by putting a twin 2.5 inch exhaust system on it all the way through. But as it stands now, like, it's still sick. Like, all I got all day was just comments from people saying this car sounds crazy, and they wanted to see what was done to the engine and, you know, what engine was in it, because it sounded like different from any other XR6 show. I'll show you this video. Just mind you, the video is not the best because Sean, everyone can thank him, was videoing and he kept pointing the camera to his lap, but just listen to her sing.
That's the limiter!
How good was that? It sounds so good. I'm so happy with how it sounds. But this is when things started to get bad. The track started drying up, and I'm going to skip to this next video. So we've had a few issues. I'll come and show you if you go. So the intercooler piping keeps popping off, which is like a known issue, but we didn't have time to fix it. And the other issue is I only have half a tank of fuel, and the E85, that's the only one within 3 hours from here, has water in the tank. So I'm gonna have to drive back to the Gold Coast tonight to fill it back up, and then come back down here on Saturday. And also I forgot to say that when it gets hot, it doesn't start, which I think it's the wiring issues, as I said in the other videos. You know, the cam sensors and the exhaust sensor has failed. So this is the crew. This is Gavin over here.
Gav's mechanical.
And this is Sean, both mechanics. Gav's mechanical.
The mechanics.
So if you're in Sydney, go there. So they've been helping me out with the car, keeping it running. Hey Gav, what are we doing now in the car?
Brakes.
Why are we doing the brakes?
What? We're doing brakes.
What?
Repads, re-rotors, brake bleed.
But why?
Oh, we're metal to metal.
Metal to metal. That ain't good.
And someone doesn't know how to bleed brakes properly.
The boy's hard at work.
Broken. This is broken, not left.
New brake calipers. What did you do, Sean? You roughened up the
handbrake shoes. So
why do we do that?
Harder.
Oh, so you're so, yeah.
Bags and rotors, greasing the slides, making so the brakes don't wear out unevenly.
Sick. The next thing that goes will be the fuel. Run out of fuel. No limit.
I'm not pushing this car back on the trailer.
No limiter bashing. There's mechanical repairs. Bodgy repairing
using the worst screwdriver in the world on the worst hose clamp in the world. But we'll get
see what happens. Oh, it happened again. Yeah, it happened again. So guys, we just came back from the shops. We've had to get new silicone joiners and some hose clamps, and hopefully this holds. So I'll show you what we're doing. We've got double hose clamps, hopefully it's gonna hold. So we'll do a test run and see how we go. So as you can see guys, that was the best one I had yet. There was no boost leaks, there was no issues with the car, it ran beautifully, and you can see how excited I was at the end of that lap. But as we were going around back to the start line to have another go, there was this noise. Now I'm going to cut to that video.
We got it, boys! We debated the tyre, but we got it.
Do you reckon I can do one more lap or pull it in? What's that noise? So as you can see guys, you can hear the noise. It sounds like the tyres slapping, like when you delaminate a tyre, but unfortunately it wasn't that. And I'm going to cut to the next day when we actually find out what it is. So we'll get to that video. So guys, it's the next day. As you can see, beautiful skies means a beautiful day. I think not. First things first, we're gonna head to the shops so we can get some tires and get some fuel, because we're gonna test the fuel that I said that isn't available because it's got some water in it. We're gonna test that first before I head back to the Gold Coast, because it's a massive trek if I have to do that. So that's what we're doing. We'll go there now. Thanks Jack's Tires for supporting the channel with free wheels. Thanks guys. Alright, we got the tires, we got the fuel, we got everything we need. We're heading back and we're going to do some skids. Good news, went out for one run, diff exploded to the moon, nothing left of it. Gav, what's inside the diff right now?
Nothing.
There is something, it's like nuggets of metal everywhere. Asteroids, gone. So that's us done for the weekend. Shakedown failed and exploded. Diff is exploded. Sorry about the late deliveries, guys.